So welcome back to Tuesday, where we are going to do a gratitude roundtable, kind of, in a way. Mostly it's just a bunch of friends that are going to hang out and go check out what's going on in the gratitude server. A few of the people that have been in here that have been building are going to join Corey and I. There'll be a couple people joining later. A couple people can't make it because of time zone issues. Anders is feeling sick, so send your thoughts to him so that he feels better. Either that or he was just scared of appearing on the same stream with USA Michael, who's also not here. So I don't know, it's like a giant game of chicken or something. But we're getting ready for the estate sale, which is a small portion of this server that's gonna go up. It's crazy because when I first came in here to this server to manage one of the community plots, none of this was here. There was no rail, there was no like colored glass on top of it. Like, this was bare bones that consisted of Anders's pyramid, a little bit of it, and a couple other plots, So yeah, it's pretty exciting to be in here and see that's all that's transpired. So of course you all know Corey, Greg, Uplift Greg is joining us today, the mayor of Chicken Call. We've also got Joe from Art Vending Machine. I think Luke from Art Vending Machine is going to join us, and Michael EOSIO USA will be here later. But lads on the stream, how are you guys today, and what's shaking?
Good talk.
Excellent. Doing excellent, Jimmy. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, everyone's just staring at Minecraft. What's happening? It's good.
Yeah, this is hey Joe, how are you this morning? You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good. It's a little not super early, but it's my time in California is 7 a.m. So I had to start my day earlier than usual. Whatever my first appointment is, I wake up 2 hours before that. I was up early this morning, and I'm ready to go.
I have a similar thing. I anytime I have to be on a live stream with Corey and Jimmy, I wake up 24 minutes, no later than 24 minutes before airtime. So that's how I'm feeling this morning.
Well, I scheduled this one a little bit later just for you, Joe, because I know it's really difficult for you to get up in the morning. But I had no idea that to do it the regular time that means you're waking up at 4 a.m. That's like Corey wake up time. Like,
yeah, I can get up early, but it's a little sometimes with the different time zones it can be a little challenging. But I'm just very glad to be with y'all.
4:30, I'm gonna try to wake up early, but 4, I'm probably just gonna. The only way I'm gonna make it is if I stay up from the night before. There's no way. There's no way. But yeah. So that's it's kind of exciting to see. Michael EOSIO USA, welcome to the stream. How are you?
I'm doing well. Got to upgrade my Minecraft apparently.
Whoops! Been a minute, has it?
Yeah. So actually, I mean, we did
or something. I mean, no, it hasn't been a while. It just
no, that's the launcher. You don't have to upgrade that to get in.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I wasn't paying attention.
No worries.
So
I just always click yes.
If you're new to gratitude, it's an interesting kind of backstory, I think. I wrote about it a little bit in the last post that we put up on the articles site, and how it kind of came about that Anders was basically heckling every single early person in the server for not doing everything in survival. Corey included, for flying around and building Uplifter's tower. But Corey kind of he pointed out that he built the cathedral with a little help from his friends, all in survival mode. So Anders kind of backed off of that one a little bit. But he gave no one more hard time than I think you, Michael, for flying around building the Alien World server. Those were fun days.
I put up signs that said built 100% in creative. Screw it.
Yeah, so that was fun. So Corey, I want to ask you this because I don't know, sometimes you and I have different versions of the stories, and I think that's fine because it's about perspective. But when we ported over to the idea of having one creative server and one survival server, like what were your thoughts? What were you thinking? You were just like, because you were wrestling with it in your forever, right? Like,
oh yeah, no, I was getting my ass beat by everyone in the community on all sides of the argument. It was awesome. So yeah, how did I feel when we decided to do both? Really good. Like somebody just took a car off my face.
Well, I can see. I mean, there's benefit from having both. I mean, especially I'm not a Minecraft OG, so to say. I mean, Greg taught me to play. And then 3 days later, I built a roller coaster.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
Like a bomb.
Michael squared away right off the hop.
And you know what? I mean, if my first experience had been in survival mode and I'd had to go whack down all those trees, yeah, it'd have been a whole different experience. So I mean, there is a place for creative and just not having to fight the battle. I do understand the whole gamification of Minecraft as I'm sitting here shooting at a creeper, but like I say, I describe it as Lego blocks, in a virtual world that take out the whole gameplay. You can really make some creative, amazing things, but you can't do that in survival mode.
Yeah, I mean, I started as well with Greg learning how to do stuff, and then I was in Genesis, flying around underwater, building stuff, which was kind of cool. But then once I got into creative too, it's funny because we see TC in the comments, who found a new kind of love for creative just about 2 or 3 days ago when he realized that shops were here. Yeah, Corey, tell us about shops and why they matter, especially in gratitude.
Yeah, I mean, TC's been buying up, Upliftium and going out and literally setting up deals with people to buy up materials off the open market with the intent to become the Walmart of the Uplift, which is interesting, right? Having a one-stop shop where you basically collect things so people can actually come in and buy at scale. And we knew that stuff like this was going to start happening. Because now, if you're in a survival world, you need to to Michael's point. You need to mine everything. You need to chop all the wood. You need to make all the tools. You need to do all the things to then do anything at all, right? So building a building or what have you takes that initial setup of actually creating kind of some industry.
Or rebuilding it after a creeper blows the whole wall off the side of it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of trauma involved. I mean, Greg and I, that was our first experience, right? I mean, we started building Cathedral 1.0. And creepers would destroy it every night. And we didn't know anything about how to protect it or how to turn, mobs off or on or whatever. We were very, very new a couple of years ago. So this left an indelible mark on me. But yeah, with the shops now, we're doing this estate sale thing that we've never really tried before. We're going to have some stuff on pre-sale that's going to come with a couple of builder hours. And TC is actually the one that pointed out, with a couple of even with the most amazing builders in the whole Uplift, 2 hours in a survival world is basically just like getting basic setup going on, right?
Right. Yeah.
Materials. Only now that shops have been live, even just for the few days that they've been live, and a little bit over a week once we do the sale, there's going to be tons of things that they can actually go buy, which is why we're doing a buyback in Upliftium. We're going to buy it off the secondary market, and we're going to put a couple million Upliftium in each one of these sort of estate sale packs to go along with a couple builder hours, so people can actually go out and buy stuff from people in the Uplift and then use it to build. My brother's puppy's over here. Yeah, so I mean, we're already seeing them become really integral to the ecosystem in the Uplift, and it's been a week and a half, right? So it's gonna be pretty intense, I think.
I should probably look into that because that's kind of the whole point of our plot.
Yeah, I'm amazed. I'm amazed you're not degenning into shops already there, Lance. I mean, that's
well, that's because things keep breaking. I mean, that's why I was late to the call. Is somebody lit me up and told me that the butler wasn't working, and now it's working. I don't know what's being reported, but anyway, long story short, I don't have as much time for Minecraft as I used to, but. I've been kind of waiting on shops because that's, in our spot, I get to play a lot of Minecraft because in creative and build a bunch of cool things because we do things with our partner projects and whatnot. But for our plot, I mean, it was like, well, what do I really do with our plot? Other than put, I don't know, it's like 100 block tall EOS USA logo. So that's what we were waiting for the stores and whatnot. So our whole plot's pretty much kind of left open and natural to start building out a little area where everybody can set up shop. And I don't know, we don't have the ideal location like Anders in the dead center of the map, but
just hold on here because I think this
he was
is really
the first one
interesting.
on board. So to be fair,
yeah, and definitely go check out that article on the official website about Anders because it tells a really interesting story. But I want to focus a little bit on a couple other things, right? Like Anders is right next to Spawn. That's true. But to be fair, one of the things I actually like about how this estate sale is kind of constructed is nothing goes after until phase 1. And phase 1 is a really small area of the map. And the rest of the map is carved up into 7 different phases. So depending upon, what phases come next or where things happen to progress to, we don't have a timeline on any of this. All that we're really thinking about now is phase 1. But there will be potentially a point in time, Michael, where you and I, because we're quite close together, the whole land sale will be in that region, right? For that time, the whole estate sale will be in that region. So Anders is actually a little bit far from this estate sale because it's just one small section kind of in the east, in the central east area of the map. If you look at the 3D map, there's like, I think 2 big white snowy areas, and that one's the easternmost kind of center area. Bitcoin Babes is the one that I think gets the best deal out of it because like they're right smack in the middle of everything that's happening. But I don't know if they've really built
fairness, he did have to do a lot of work in the frozen tundra. So he was like, I don't know, I keep putting water down to water my plants and it keeps freezing. I mean, welcome to the
But there isn't that many people, honestly, that have been building in Gratitude. If we think about it, like there's you, there's the Nasty Hooks, there's Yoshi Drops, built a small temple.
Who has the big chicken? There's a big chicken down in the lower southwest corner or southeast corner.
Yeah, I forget, but yeah, there's one there as well. That one's a good one. There's Greg. Greg has like.
Let's go visit the chicken. Oh God.
Right, Greg hasn't been in here for a while.
No, this was all built by Russ and myself, and it's been a while since we've been in here and done anything.
Probably the most established plot in the whole. Like, I mean, yours is pretty good, Michael. But. You've been splitting your time between here and Genesis, but probably the most established one has got to be Art Vending Machine. I mean, you guys, Joe, have put so much work into that.
Yeah, I mean, he built some awesomeness, and I mean, he's got, I don't know, how many pieces of art? Is Luke on here? I think Luke was joining the call, right?
Yeah, I think.
Hey, Greg, can we check out Art Vending Machine?
Sure. Let me. The first thing is, you might. I wanted to save this for daylight. This is Russ built this giant octopus holding awesome. a ship out of bales of kelp. That's all.
That's awesome.
All kelp blocks, and inside, in typical Russ fashion,
whoa!
It's it's kind of a big thing. Somebody got a coordinate for what do we got here? Oh, we have a
dog in a boat.
Dog in a boat. Sure, why not? Yeah,
that's awesome.
Also, put a little farm under here. And so I also want to mea culpa that how not to do things in the current environment. We built all this before the rule about redstone. That's why there's redstone farms and stuff. I haven't even been over here long enough to take any of the redstone out of this. So my bad. We'll get that taken care of today. I got a smelter there to make bone meal because this is the Chicken Ka embassy plot in this big square here. We were going to build an even bigger pyramid than the one that's over at in Chicken Ka. So
is it all redstone that gets nuked, or is it just the auto farms and whatnot?
I don't even know, but I do have a train that runs in a circle over here underneath the pumpkin patch or the watermelon patch.
Definitely that.
See, that's got to go right there. And I just realized, minutes ago when I got in here. And I guess these are collectors for the smelters. I don't know if they have to go or not.
I mean, for the record, at least you figured it out.
I think they probably do. Cause basically, because people were making rooms with thousands of them, so anytime anybody walked by them, it would activate them all the second they spawned all that stuff in, and then the server would choke. So
this is an auto farmer that basically Redstone releases water at the top, and it washes all the crops down to a collection system. So probably and you can just do that by hand. You can just hit these trapdoors by hand, and they'll open like so. So it's not like I really even need the redstone for that. Anyway, where are we going? See if my teleport command works over here.
It's not.
Okay, so
Joe, do you know the coordinates, Joe?
Yeah, you can go to for Art Vending Machine 3320 and 2370. So 3320, 2370.
All right, let's get some numbers.
It took me a while to memorize that.
And where am I at now? 40. Let's see. So we're going.
So you gonna hunt it? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna hunt it.
That's pretty good. I love it though. That's great. Call them out. Call them out. Put them in his place. How far from
spawn are you? That's right. You're right here by spawn.
Oh, Jeff. Way out at the edge. Me? No, I'm way out at the edge.
Yeah, but I went to spawn, so I'm over here at spawn.
Oh yeah, if you just go to spawn and then just go straight east, you'll hit me. And
why don't you just spawn, and then I can follow you.
There you go.
Oh wait, no, you can fly. You suck.
Oh,
it's close enough to walk. He can walk.
Where's the door? I built this thing.
Welcome to my world. Somebody can put a sign up that said,
in the corner. Yeah,
there it is. I built this. You'd think I'd remember where I put the door. So we're going.
If you just go either swim or walk or whatever straight east through the water, you'll hit me not too far.
Here we go. Is this east? I don't even know.
So while you guys do this, let's go over a little bit about how the state cell is going to work. It's going to be in three kind of parts. The phase one will be in three parts, and it'll be broken down into 24-hour periods. So the first period is, I believe, I don't have my notes in front of me, but I think I got this right. 10 pieces of 10 plots, right? It's 8 pieces of land and 2 pieces of rail. That's your estate. We're gonna have a one-pager with like all the kind of prices and stuff come out a little bit later today. I was informed. So that you'll have 24 hours to do that. Pick up that estate, and then after that, you'll be able to bid on individual plots.
You're here.
All right.
No, I'm not there yet. I'm still swimming because I can't fly.
So this would be the main entrance right there, and there's 2 roller coasters that they're totally different that would lead you in.
Nice. Guess I need to go downstairs onto the rail bed here, huh?
So I think this might be a little bit different as well. Digital Acid is saying I did notice that the block setup is different. I think there's no large blocks in Uplift. I believe that's more of a. I think that there are large blocks in Uplift. I think. Am I wrong, Greg? I'm pretty sure all the worlds have the same. All the 4 core survival areas, they all have the same ability for blocks, right?
I'm not sure what we're talking about. Like blocks are all the same size?
Yeah, like he said, Digital Acid. Maybe you can explain that. But you said I did notice that
maybe like 100 by 100 or 200 by 200 plots.
Oh yeah, are you talking about plots or are you talking about? Yeah, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a good.
Hey,
point.
That's impressive. Look at that. Jeez, I'm not even in the door
all
yet.
I see is in the water. I'm still swimming.
So
I see.
Go,
Luke
Joe.
made some of these things here. A lot of it he made. And we had villagers in one of those glass containers on the left. We freed them, but some of them still hang around, even though they I guess they just like it there. But if you want to take the roller coaster in, it's quite epic. I would start with the Dada line on the right. And if you want to just ride that in and then, yeah. And yeah, this is the longer railroad. We call it the Dada line because a lot of my fellows from the Dada.art collective that I'm friends with have art on this line as well.
Yeah, I would have walked in because I wanted to look at all these.
Yeah, the ride takes 4 minutes, so the walk will be like even farther, even longer. But yeah, you're always welcome. Come. That's family photo. My oldest daughter did that. And then this is the newer area. We call it the cavern, underwater cavern. It's going to be a more rustic gallery that we're starting to build out. Nice. You can walk through the door. There's some little tricks and stuff like that coming. And here's a piece by I think Paul Baldwin did that piece. So yeah, you'll see there's a lot there. So I don't have to narrate as we go along, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all moving kind of quick, and I don't know which way to look. So
I'm down here with the pandas and the polar bears.
Oh, then just jump on the Dada line, and you'll be not far behind us.
No, crap. I don't think I have a.
The button will give you a minecart.
Oh, you have minecarts?
Yeah, just press the button and it'll give you a minecart. Luke built all that. I don't know how he did it.
Oh, come back here.
Yeah, if you stand in front of it, then you'll be able to get out.
Well, now as it took off.
Oh, this is quite a ride. This is neat.
Yeah, this is Luke's building that he built, and he's eventually going to turn it into a gallery for his stuff.
Nice. It's quite a talented family you got here, Joe.
Luke's amazing. Yeah,
you said one of the works inside was by your daughter, and your son makes art. So
yeah,
and you're no slouch in that regard.
Well, we have a different dynamic of thinking. Like he's very, very ordered in his building, and I'm a lot more organic and chaotic.
Right.
And it creates this really nice, unexpected dynamic that you can't construct without the both of us. So
see, now that I have more than 10 brain cells working at one time, I'm remembering when he first started this build, he didn't know how to create land that would grow stuff. If I remember correctly, I had to bring him some dirt and some saplings or some crops or something when he first started this because it was all over ice. And he was having a really hard. Do I remember that right? He was having a really hard time figuring out.
He was really on water, and there was almost no solid land. So
and I had to teach him how to make.
Guys, what do I do? How do I do this? But he knew how to do it, and he just took his time. But pretty quickly built a little carrot farm.
Hey, I didn't know you could do horizontal layout pictures like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we have horizontal. Then we have water. We have art on the base floor of the ocean too. So you do an art drop through 5 pieces. You jump down, and the last one you're actually on the ocean floor looking at a water piece.
Wow!
So I think we were the first. I don't know who keeps track of all this stuff, but I think we were the first ever Minecraft people to do an art jump through 5 pieces or any pieces to jump down through fine art, and then the first one to put art on an ocean floor. But I don't know. That's until I hear otherwise. I think we were the first.
I'm so dizzy.
So there's a kinetic art piece here, and you can't see it anymore, but it's a mural, and the moving parts of the kinetic art piece are, you might be able to see it when we come out of here. Oh yeah, there's the end. The moving piece of the kinetic art piece is for the mural, it's pixels going back and forth. But what it really is minecarts going in circles. So I have about 5 of those doing that. They're not rideable, but it's like a kinetic art piece. It's I might have been the first one to do that as a kinetic Calder-like mural sculpture in here. So that's kind of another first.
Russ you and Russ may be competing for the first honor there because he's got some works that move pixels around to look like swimming fish. There's one now in Shipletopia, and I don't want to say where it is, but basically think of a cartoon with 4 characters that look the same except for the color of their little masks, and the masks rotate around the room to go onto each of the characters. So yeah,
wow.
you and Russ have been working on that idea for a while together, I think. Maybe not even knowing.
I need to, see how they do that. That's cool. I think Russ came by is Russ the one with, it's like the body is on his base, his face?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, he came by to visit yesterday.
Yeah, that's Russ Nagan. He's one of the Chicken Cost 7, and he's Jen's husband. Uplift Jen.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's so cool. Oh, so the center of the gallery has stories. So there's like this story plus 5 or 6 books that you could read. They're all short stories, kind of around the center. I did an event recently where it was a short story party, and a bunch of people came here to read the stories, and it's a lot of fun to encourage literacy in the metaverse.
Nice. This is beautiful stuff, Joe. Yeah, I haven't been over here since he started this pyramid.
Thanks.
That's how long it's been since I've been over here. I mean, he was just beginning to build out the pyramid when I was here. So that is amazing. Does this go? No.
Yeah, eventually we'll have galleries up here too, or events and stuff like that. But it is cool to see the whole thing. You could ride a little mini. There's all kinds of little mini waterfall drops and river rides too. And
I'm just going off on the art. This is phenomenal, man.
I think there's a couple of them in here that I have. I remember I saw one of the screenshots or whatever, and I was like, wait a minute, I think I have that one of one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You probably have a bunch of them. I think all the art in here is from Art Vending Machine, the NFT series 1 and 2. And I'm slowly adding more to it, because that it represents hundreds of pieces. And then I also do a couple in-game murals that were built, like this one, kind of the masked fellow with the white horns coming out of his head. So that's
I thought that was a jackalope.
This is crazy to me because I don't think it was like a month ago maybe that we did the second video, and maybe just before that we did the Art Vending Machine blog post, and a lot of this stuff wasn't there. So you guys are moving super fast, putting this in. We're gonna have to do another one, another update one. Yeah, a lot of development is happened. There's a long lazy river up here, up above, where that water is flowing.
Hey, I recognize that one. I actually have the physical one of that.
Yeah, Michael, you have you bought the physical piece too, and the NFT, which is pretty cool.
I did. That's an interesting little quirk. So with the artwork I deal with a lot of artwork or artists, and Joe and I have been working together. I mean, we've known each other for years now, right?
Yeah.
And so, I had some of the packs, and what I've been doing is with a lot of the artists that I've kind of worked with closely, I've been trying to say, hey, are there any of the physical, because, I own a bunch of one-of-ones or these cards. Is there any way I can, I'll buy the physical art? I want to put them in a display. And so we've ordered the frames. It's going to be a digital frame that has the digital NFT and the information about it, and then the actual physical from the artist. So I'm starting to collect a few. And Joe, and actually it was Joe's daughter, I guess, that had one of them that I finagled a deal for. And that's kind of a cool thing to own the digital NFT one-of-one, and of course the one-of-one physical artwork that it represents.
That seems really complicated, because basically what I do is I buy a digital NFTs, I pay the Uplift team to have them put up on my plot, then I take a picture of my screen and I hang that on the wall.
I don't know if the artist allowed that copyright.
It's funny because there are a few artists that we've been on streams with that have limited what do you call it? Like a limited licensing for their artwork, which I think is kind of cool. I kind of want to ask you, Joe, if that's something that you guys do or some of your artists do. I know Nifty BC does that, where he's got these Morbs characters, and you can take them, and if you own that Morbs character in your wallet, you can take it, you can put it on a T-shirt, and you can sell it. The catch-22 is you can never change it. You can't use it like in a comic, and it's got to be, you know, the way that it was created as the NFT. And I think we're going to see a lot of projects do that. I'm curious if any of your artists do that sort of thing, Joe.
That I know of, there's almost 25 artists in our vending machine. That I know of, none of them do that. That they publicize. It's just a traditional. That is, you just have the rights to trade that NFT and no other rights. You know, and to exhibit it, but no other IP gets transferred to you.
I've always wondered how that was going to work, because I know that some of the other NFTs, like the apes, I think do that. Because I remember somebody was trying to find an NFT that somebody owned and would lease the rights to with the image that they wanted to use. So, but it's weird that, you know, you have the rights while you own it, but then once you sell it, you can't do it anymore. But you already have done it. You know, I mean. I just don't even understand how that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, because it is a little bit bizarre. So, like, what happens if you make $1 million and then you sell the NFT? Do you have to recall all the T-shirts?
Now, I am part of the art collective, and we're working on a tokenomics model where, and a lot of the art you see here is from Dada artists like Elon. And Elan Kayton and Issa Coast and Marco Zubak. So, here's that kinetic piece, by the way. So if you pan backwards, you'll see it moving. You'll see parts of it moving like pixels back and forth, the roller coasters. But they're meant to be. They're not meant to be ridden. They're just meant to be. This is part of the visual motion of it. So you got the lava flowing down, the water flowing down, and then the.
I see it. Yep.
I think it's like 6 or 7 pixels going back and forth, but they're really mine cards.
Nice.
Yeah, but in the Dada Collective, we're working on a tokenomics model where everybody in the collective basically, in short, it's complex, but everybody owns everybody. It's a collective, so we all share alike. So it's still in progress of being built, but we're doing things to separate the fun of drawing from the craziness of the art market and separating that out. So it's gonna be an interesting tokenomics model once we get that up and running.
I like that kinetic piece a lot. It's really cool. I think it's really interesting. The digital asset, maybe after the land sale, reach out to me. There might be something we can talk about for putting some of your, I don't know if you can get a big community plot, but definitely reach out to me. But I can't do anything until after the estate sale because I'm too busy. But there might be some workarounds there for a few more community plots. I don't know necessarily about ingratitude, but we've got some ideas. But we're kind of busy trying to get things optimized right now. So just give me a couple weeks at least.
What a beautiful job.
I agree. I want to check out Michael's plot too, and we can fly over Yoshi Drop's tower or pagoda. I guess.
Got a coordinates for me.
Yeah. So if we go to it's right next to mine, so you can go there. 2600, 3700 is the Yoshi Drops plot. There isn't much there. There's it's just a little kind of.
Are we flying through snow of where the land sale is going to be? We're near there?
Yeah. So actually, we could do that. So
not that we have to. I was just curious.
Yeah, Uplift Greg. If you just stop for a minute and you're facing south, just go directly. You're facing south. Just go directly to the left. That whole.
So face south and then go east. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's totally what I'm saying. Sorry, I'm upside down. That's west. You're going west.
Because I know there's a lot of snow on a corner of a tiny sliver of the land that we have. And
it's pretty So I would say probably 2/3.
Is this it? Is this it right here? Is on the land sale?
Yeah. So this big, like massive, just I'm not
Then
sure.
It's the edge. Your snowy land is on that big, massive snow blob. He's saying it's part of the land sale.
Yeah, so there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 massive blocks within square tracks that consist of mostly that island, and then like there's a few blocks like I don't know what would you call them?
As having never heard you discuss this, I have this is not making sense. You need
Okay, so I'll try again. So on the map, when the rail was laid, the rail is laid in giant blocks, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So there's 16 of those giant blocks that are lined by rail. That's what's the land sale is. 16 of those.
Oh, that's massive.
Yeah.
Wow.
These are big plots, like community.
No, those aren't the plot sizes. That's the amount of land that's for sale.
Oh, I see. So all that is divided into
plot sizes. Yes.
Got it.
And those plot sizes are 50 by 50s, or?
I believe that yes, they are, but I'm not 100% sure. But I can tell you that they're not the 250 by 250s.
Okay.
Those ones that are in that region have already been given out to communities. So
then, yeah, you lucked out, Joe. You're going to be right on the edge of everybody.
Yeah, but again, that's phase 1, right? There's going to be a phase 2, a phase 3, a phase 4, a phase 5, a phase 6, a phase 7. Hopefully, is the plan.
Bitcoin Babe is right in the middle there.
Well, you know what's funny is when they did the land distribution for the communities, I didn't know how to read a Minecraft map. I just played creative years ago with my kids. That's all I knew. Didn't read a map. So I'm like, oh, here's a cool section. It looks blue. That must mean it's kind of clean. And I thought it was like a mix of things. And I just picked this land, not knowing it was all water. And for some reason, Corey said, well played, Joe, like when he saw where it was. And now I understand it's because it was kind of close to the spawn point. But at the time, I didn't understand really what any of that meant. It was just by the grace of God, I picked the land that worked out.
Well, also considering what you've done with it, all that reflective water makes the art look fantastic at night. So, happy accidents, right?
Hey, for the record, Greg, not everybody's water reflects. Not everybody runs the shaders that we have.
Oh, okay. Trust me, it looks really cool.
Okay, so to head off any of the just listen. If you're in the comments, I'll read you what I have, and this is what you can have for now. Again, we're going to come out with a one pager a little bit later, but the sale will begin on November the 6th with the states 8 pieces of land, $2K each. After the state sale, we will move into random plots of land for the next 72 hours. This will be available for X amount of dollars. One community pod will be for sale to the highest bidder with the intent to help a community build. All right. So that's the information that I'm allowed to give you right now. Essentially, I can give you a little bit more, but we're going to begin with the estate sale for 24 hours, 8 pieces of land and 2 rail. All right. So it comes with 2 hours of demo build time. And it's $2,000 per estate. So it's not $2,000 per land, it's $2,000 per estate, right? So 8 pieces of land, 2 pieces of rail. Whatever doesn't sell gets divided into random plots for the uplift sale for the next 24 hours. That'll be the second part, okay? And for those 24 hours, you can pick your lots. You can pick lots that are adjacent to one another, that are on opposite sides of the map. You can do whatever you want. And then the final part of that will be randomized packs of land and rail that will be sold off. So
this is beautiful.
This is my first hole in the ground that the creepers blew the hell out of for the EOSIO jobs. There's not much down there. It was just me like basically mining a ton of stuff.
Right. Nice. Oh, I like the style of this. The nice low, farmhouse kind of build. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. It was the first thing I really learned how to do, after that lesson of yours. I wanted to go higher with that pyramid, but it takes a hell of a long time to cut down all those trees.
Yes, it
does. You should let Greg teach you on a creative server. Then you could build roller coasters.
Right. Yeah. So, but it was pretty good, and that's really all we've got. Like, I mean,
it's beautiful.
This is the Yoshi Drops plot. So, like, I'm hoping to put some more interesting things.
Got a spider problem.
Yeah, it's a spider problem. So
nice.
Yeah,
I like how it's on that beautiful little turquoise lake. That's beautiful, man.
Since Yoshi Drops plot is here, I would love for there to be more push to get the functionality to have video images here, or at least animated GIFs. And I even said in one of the chats that I would be interested in talking to one of your developers to see how much that would cost and possibly cover the cost of that.
Yeah, I forwarded that on, and so we did send that to the team, Joe, just so that you're.
I had Corey on my back porch last week for a few hours, and he was here in the neighborhood. And so let me tell you what I know about that is when he and I first conceptualized having a Minecraft server that would be open to the public. We wanted to be, we were doing a lot of video, live streaming video ourselves, like political stuff and local community activist stuff. So our idea was to try and find a way to show YouTube videos in the Minecraft world. And we know that in prior versions of Minecraft, like 1.12, there were plugins that would allow you to do that. But what happens is a lot of these plugins for Minecraft are developed by kids that are in high school or in college. And so they develop an app or a plugin and they abandon it. So we've reached out to 2 or 3 people that have built over the years different Minecraft video plugins, and we just can't connect with them. And even if you say, hey, we want to pay you to develop this, they never get back to you. So if any of you out there who are Minecraft players and are watching this know someone who develops that kind of thing, as you have an artist and an art purveyor here who's telling you he would like to help pay for development of us to be able to put video in Minecraft world, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. So, contact somebody from the team, send a flare up to Jimmy or whoever, and we'd love to figure out how to get that done. It's been like this since the very beginning, since 2 years. We've been thinking about how to get that done, and we just can't. We don't want to take somebody's plugin and modify it and then have a problem later because we put it into this big giant world. Now we have to pay them a fine or some crazy thing like that. So if you know how to do that kind of programming and you're looking to make some jack for it, you should probably reach out to Corey or the team about that. What the heck?
There's a boat in the Yoshi Drops Lagoon that's coming.
I think we're being strafed.
Sorry, that's the hype. It's the hyper sensitive Yeti microphone when
yep.
a plane's
I know. Yeah, that's why I put mine away and started using a dynamic mic because that thing was it would pick up everything.
Right. So to get to the next plot, which will be Michael, EOSIO USA, he's just diagonally southwest of me. So I believe 2100, 4200. So yeah, we're right next door almost.
So kind of this way.
You haven't moved on the map yet, so I don't know. I'm waiting patiently to see if you're moving.
I'm flying southwest. So
yeah, that's where yeah, that way. Exactly that way. Go straight and you'll hit exactly that. We got a pretty good area down there though. Like, I mean, Joe's he's got a good area up there. I mean, he's on the fringe of Bitcoin Babes, which is, very active as well over in the loop sector of Genesis and doing some really cool stuff with art. So I'm happy to see those two guys, close together. But also, you guys are up there with Anders. But we got a really good crew down here. Michael at EOSIO USA, Yoshi Drops, the Nasty Hooks are down here. I mean, this might we might have a civil war here, and I'm pretty sure the South is going to win. I'm just saying, Anders isn't here to defend himself, but it's okay. We'll let you be Switzerland, Joe, because we like your art. So we'll just
I can do that.
Gosh, Michael, you've learned a thing or two since
this is nice.
since your first day of Minecraft.
Hey, I know, right? Hey, yeah, you can come see the bridge I built over here. That's what. So I got a little entrance from the railway. So hopefully, whenever people are traveling, they can know in there at the EOS USA. And then, of course, I was like, yeah, I got to build a bridge. So
I don't want to tell you what to do, and if you can't do it, it's okay, Greg. But if you could you maybe kill the wording on the screen so we can see it?
Sorry. Yep.
I know for a Minecraft player, it's like subtitles in Japan, right? Like you don't even notice that they're there.
You don't even notice it.
Right, but yeah.
So yeah, I had
right
to
through
build our stars and bars. That's what. The big thing is like this big open area. Is what I was saying is that we'd always kind of planned on this being kind of a community shopping area. Is that it was never built up. Is that hey, we can build little shops. So whenever we kind of get all that going, hopefully we can have a little area for folks to come and set up some shops just to have a community.
Yeah, we had built kiosks near the spawn at Chicken Ka with the same idea, just having people be there to sell stuff on like a Saturday. But now with the shops plugin, it's going to be, they'll be automated. You just be able to go down there and get anything you need. So, and we're trying to give away free or really cheap stuff because we don't want to compete with the people like right outside the spawn that have invested money in their plots, a lot of money in their plots, and we want to make sure that they've got business too. So we're trying not to sell anything that they're selling. Yeah,
I had invested in some villagers that you might notice it's pretty barren over here now.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like you had a few.
Only a few.
But those lecterns make great. You need a lectern to display a book, so you could always put some short stories in there.
Well, do you remember, Joe, and I said, yeah, I got a few lecterns.
That's why.
That's why I was like, yeah, and I knew that I was like, it's about to become pretty useless to me. So happy to.
Right. This is quite a village you built over here.
Yeah, it's good. I especially like that big house in the middle. It reminds me of like one of those like old German ski lodges or something. It's really cool.
So this was an actual village. I just kind of overtook.
There's the tower there, right? Yeah,
correct. The castle. That was actually where I got my start. So my bedroom was down underneath here. I dug it out, and this is where I survived the creepers blasting the wall off of it, and obviously built the wall. So as you can imagine, I call it Hotel de EOS USA. That was right beside the church. It was funny. I think I've taken some screenshots, but at dawn, all the villagers would wake up and they'd all single file out of this thing over to the courtyard. And then whenever they were ready, they'd all file back in. So it was like a villager hotel, is that all the floors would get filled up with all the villagers or whatever.
I like that you left it open because a lot of people's first instinct with villagers is to build a roof over them, so they don't get sniped by mobs and stuff. But I like that you left it like a village.
Yeah, and at one time, I mean, there were like 14 iron golems or something that spawned here. So I mean, it was just a massive amount, But now no more. It's just a little desolate. So, but yeah, that was the majority of the layout was kind of just a village here, and so that's the walk around and production, and that was like I say, we kind of wanted to have a little depot. So inside this actual mountain, that's over here. Underneath the.
I'm coming.
There you go. Yeah, come down. Let me go forward.
I should have left that on. That would have been a good sound effect as you were flying down there.
Oh wow! Look at this.
So look up. So yeah, nice. I mean, I'm an OCD organizer, so that was just a little random stuff. But so the second floor is food. The third floor is I think that's food. And then there's wood. And there's animal. I don't know. There's actually a sign down there that shows it's got a little light.
Nice.
Oh, I'm down in the nether. I went down too deep. So anyway, but yeah, it's a big depot. And so yeah, when Joe hits me up and says, "Hey, I need some glass," I've got like 5 chests of it. How many you need?
Wow, dude, this is really something.
Yeah, you're amazing with that. You really are.
So like I said, slowly but surely, kind of just went up a floor as I needed more stuff.
Right.
And then so you're at the main level, and then of course I got all the nether stuff is down one floor below.
Nice.
So this was the majority. This is the depot where I store everything.
How many hours do you think you got invested here?
Oh, man. I spent a lot of time. Like I had a lot of these calls with you guys. Is that I would just come in here and kind of tinker around and keep myself occupied. Got to the point where my princess and I. Oh yeah, my Endermen keep dropping blocks off, but my princess and I kind of play around and harvest things and whatnot. So yeah, now you're headed down into the depths of how things get done.
Oh, nice.
Did we pass the 6-month anniversary for Uplift?
Say that again.
Probably did.
Because I have a gratitude sign at my plot that's dated mid-April, I think.
Yep.
And so I've been actively building for at least 6 months, or almost 6 months. I think 6 months. So I'm just wondering if if the Uplift is 6 months old.
Oh yeah. You can track it because at the Uplifters Tower, but our team tower, every month we actually start a new room, and I think we're on the 7th month now, or maybe just the 8th month now, Jimmy, because we just got out of October. So yeah, I mean it feels like somewhere between 2 months and 50,000 years. Like it's just.
So yeah, so this what you're looking at now is this is where Princess and I started building a tower. So she wanted to build a Princess Rapunzel tower. So we built a tower, and then she was like, "Well, I just want to play." And so, all right, have fun. So that's what the mind of a 5-year-old.
Nice.
Design. You should actually see. I gave her a plot over in Genesis that she went nuts on, and I mean, it's like modern art, but. Anyway, so yeah, it was Daddy and Princess building the tower, and all right, you want another floor? You want another floor?
Right.
And then, like I said, once we got to the top, now every now and then she just goes over there and just randomly throws blocks.
Nice.
So, but yeah, that's her little perch over there, and then the art on top of it. But yeah, when you went down into the tunnels, you actually went the wrong way. You went out to the tree farm, and so you didn't get to see a lot of it. You just kind of saw a few trees out there.
How beautiful.
That's good, though. I think we should make people come and explore, right? Because that's the other thing. Rewards haven't gone active yet in gratitude. They won't go active until after this estate sale. So there's a lot of, exploration that hasn't necessarily happened in this server.
Hey, Corey,
and it's the second oldest. I mean, officially, it's the second oldest. It's hard to say, right? Like, officially, it's the second oldest server in the game, right? Like Chicken Caw was always there, but Chicken Caw was part of something else. So
it was the split. It was creative Genesis, and then Anders pitching a hissy fit, and then getting his own server.
I want to make sure I defend Anders. He wasn't the only one, because I was the first person. Corey,
you guys were.
I don't think
we can have Survival World. I'll quit right now.
Pain in my ass, but Greg was the most vocal. Not visible, calling me every day, pain in my ass. But I was all for good. Like seriously, like I can't even imagine the Uplift being only one or the other. Like it just that to me doesn't even remotely make sense anymore. One thing I want to say, Jimmy, this isn't just estate sales, right? Like we've got some estates that we're putting on sale in like an experimental new thing, right? That we're gonna have. They're gonna be like 6 to 9, I think, pieces of land, some rail, some land, all connected, right? Because we had a lot of requests from people to buy something like that. And again, we've added some builder time and some upliftium so they can buy supplies. Fine. After that, it opens up to buying packs that are going to have land and rail in them that will be available to the entire uplist. So if you're on the uplist, you're going to be able to get that. Apparently, we've had a lot of people smashing our Discord. Like, how do I get on the uplist? A, you need to find somebody who can add people to the uplist, and there's like 40 different people and projects that have that ability. And B, do something really, really cool that they're like, oh my God, you need to be in the uplist, right? So that is how that is going. Apparently, there's been some confusion around that because you don't get on the uplist just by asking, right? Like you have to be part of this community and meet some people that have the ability to add you on there.
I read through the basis of the 72 hours and how that would work out, but I totally forgot about the uplist. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, definitely hit up someone on the team because the uplift that we're using, right, Corey? That's the one that we used the last time, right? So we're opening that up again so we can add more people.
Yeah, exactly. That list just keeps growing and growing and growing as we go. I should mention too, like if those packs don't sell out over the 24-hour period that we have the uplist running, it's just going to get open to the public, right? And so that'll be out there, and yeah.
So if you guys are going to want to, it just occurred to me, it's like 11, and I have to I have like a hard out at 11:05. So
no worries.
To start the game and stream, I'm going to have to jump here pretty shortly. But
no,
it's been cool. I haven't been over in Gratitude in a long time, and it's I'm always glad when I do. There's some cool stuff going over here, and it's a different kind of feeling than the other servers, because this seems like people got in here and got really invested in building amazing stuff in survival early, right? And so all the neat stuff that Anders did, all the neat stuff that obviously Michael's done here, our little effort over there with the Chicken Ka embassy, we call it the Chicken Ka embassy plot, and we're going to build a big white pyramid there, so really cool. I love it over here.
Well, and you got to see there's a whole vertical 50 by 50 sub farm. So
nice. That's what people need to do. Remember, you don't have to be own land on this server to come fly around and look at stuff, right? So you guys could get on and get over here.
You can go visit anytime. Digital Asset was asking, what does builder time mean? So with the estates, we're actually hiring builders from the Uplift to come in and build whatever you want for a couple hours, which is why we're including Uplift Team as well, just so they can actually come in and buy some materials from inside the Uplift. That they can actually then start building with it. So it's not just like setting you up a mine or whatever, right?
Nice. Guys, I got to take off. Got to go run some errands for my mom.
Thanks for joining, Greg. I always love when you fly us around. It's a nice little perspective that you have, so it's great.
All right, guys. See you on the Blue Dak rocket ship. Bye.
Yeah.
So
today.
Sorry.
I mean, I know all of you have, but like wax is like 47 cents.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want it to come back a little bit, right?
What's that?
I said I don't talk about wax price. I just
you don't want to jinx it?
Because I'm American and I don't want anybody to knock on my door.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah,
so, I mean, I don't have any.
Oh, I claim all that I have. I just I remember I'm a block producer, so I try to keep myself as clear as I can. So
got it.
Well, I'm really grateful for all the artists in Art Vending Machine that they most of them, it was I ported them into Wax. They were not on the blockchain, or they were very active in Ethereum and Counterparty, and now they're here. And when we had our pack sales, Wax was at a very low price, and so the value of what they received for their art is gone 4 times.
For me, it's the opposite, because like I keep buying cool shit, and like the value that I'm giving other people is like gone 4 times, which I'm kind of okay with, because like I do this weird thing where like, if I'm gonna buy anything in the market, I go in as quick as I can, and then like that's how I do it. Like, because I wasn't in Wax early enough to like have a big stash like a lot of other people, right? So I have enough stash, but I don't want to spend that. I want to kind of keep that, right? So like I just think in fiat, especially when I'm thinking about art and things like that, right? But sometimes I wonder, like, wow. Like, that's crazy. Like, I used to buy art for like 15 wax. Like, that's a 3x just on a couple, like 2 or 3 months ago, right? Like, yeah. And Corey's got this, right? Like, you guys have, like, what was the last monument we put up? Was that 30 cents was the last one we put up on the little wax pathway, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got to go update that. Damn. Gary, watching. Yeah, I haven't been out there in a while. Gary's been running that plot for us. We have the path of milestones for wax, and clearly we just smashed through. I mean, technically we smashed through 3 because it hit 60 cents for a minute, right?
Right, yeah.
But damn. Yeah, Jeff, how do you get on the uplist? Find somebody who is adding people to the uplist and make them your friend.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. A lot of the early community leaders have power, and if they don't, they know people who do.
Yeah,
Right.
I think we need to wake all of them up and let them know, like, hey, you guys are the only ones that have the ability to add people to the uplist. And actually, I think, like, if I'm not mistaken, Michael, you have that power. If you don't, we would give it to you. Joe, same with you.
I can't remember. I think I had to ask you if I was on the uplift, and then you're like, you're making.
Yeah, we had you. We gave you your own section so you could add people. So yeah, so we could figure that out.
Okay, and then and for our vending machine, I'm still always have an eye out for people who are fine artists that produce stuff that you could show to your conservative grandma and your little kids, and there's not going to be nothing sexy, nothing creepy, nothing bloody, but it's just good, clean, fine art. And if there's people out there that want to be part of our vending machine that do that, and we have a conversation, and I could always have them join what we're doing and be part of that as well. But certainly do that, but also get your own place and build and have a great time.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Joe. Good talk.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to. Yeah, I'm just thinking we should do a stream on this, just this, but maybe later in the week we can do that. Maybe we can cover it on Friday or something, because I think that there's a lot to be covered. Morton, no, yes, but no. It's not, the estate sale is not necessarily trying to appeal to existing users. But one thing one thing that Corey's always said was that, like, oh, sorry, go ahead. It's your story. You tell.
Yeah, no, like the like getting builder time and estates. Obviously, there's some users that have requested that, a bunch of them actually. But getting builder time and Upliftium for that is specifically designed to attract people that have never built in the Uplift before. And I'm talking to people that are specifically planning on buying that are completely and totally new to our ecosystem, which was the point. So anyway, sorry, Jimmy. Yep.
No, that was perfect. I'm glad you answered that. I sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Sometimes you were lagging there. But yeah, like I think there's. Like I said, there's going to be the one page is going to be coming out later today. It'll be posted in the Discord. Make sure that you're over there. All the details will be there. A little bit more than what I gave you earlier. But yeah, and Corey and I and other members of our team potentially will be, going around over the course of the next week on various channels and talking about these things. So Corey, hit up those streams as well.
I'm sorry, Corey, can you just talk a little bit about daily active users? Because I know as the Uplift Metaverse, it's not yet anybody can just come in. Anybody can come in and buy land and then but it's not like anybody can click and then you're in.
Right.
Unless you're buying. But I think it's very impressive that we have in the Uplift a consistent level of daily active users, even though we're still in alpha phase, as opposed to some of these other metaverses that, the land is going for thousands and thousands, and it sounds like it's successful in these other places, but the amount of actual engagement and daily activity is pretty low. And
I
don't think that story's been fully told yet.
So the information that you can check on DApp Radar for how well Decentraland does on any given day is apparently quite hilarious. Like they very often average 25 active users a day, which is nuts. Now, granted, they can do parties where they will get a bunch more and get some good footage from that, and that's clutch, right? So yeah, being in a very very normally 10 times that for us now, and I think since we got above AWS, that number is climbing a little bit. Still in the hundreds, not in the thousands, which is obviously our goal for the Uplift. What AWS, which we just upgraded to AWS over the last few days, we finalized that. What it's going to allow us to do is not necessarily like open the doors wide open, but it's going to allow us to work with the Joe Chiapettas of the world. It's okay. Art Vending Machine wants to have an event where literally anybody can come, just to come and hang out and visit, that place or whatever, right? And so what I think that's going to look like, and we're going to test out some iterations of this, is we open the doors for everybody to come basically over there, but we can actually now scale just one place, so that nice. it's basically its own little sub thing, and we can do a bunch of really, really interesting things, right? So we want to get to that point where we're doing those events as well, where we're jumping into the thousands of users, in a day. And that's actually going to, be training our system so that it can actually run that dynamically across all the different things. So, man, that's good to hear, man. I've been getting reports that things are just kind of inherently smoother. And it's interesting too, because the tick rate's not that different, but while we were, bringing things over, I know that the 4-person team that we had running that and working on it for a couple months was trying to tweak things on the way over so that would, run as smoothly as possible. So getting reports that worked is like, yes, woohoo!
It's awesome.
Yeah, I've noticed it. Yeah, I've noticed it a lot as well too. Like it just things are. I got a new computer today. I'm really excited because like I let Craig drive today, but someday I'm gonna drive really soon. And like it's crazy. Like I went in there today and like, usually it's my computer that slows me down. But I was just like, I was flying around in Genesis, and like I was like, I don't know where I am. Like, and I don't even know what I'm looking at. I was like a little puppy dog on acid. Like shit was popping up here, there, and everywhere. And I was like, what is this? I think like I was in the EOS area with like with Dutchie was over there, I think, or Spliffy or one of those dudes with the big monument and stuff. And I was like, it was rendering so fast. And I think like, part of it was the fact that, my computer was bad. But even, when it was working good, I've noticed. Sorry, even my computer was bad. I noticed when we ported it over to AWS, it was a lot faster, especially on a machine that wasn't optimized for it. So, like, I'm glad that other people are noticing that as well.
That's good. Well, because I think a lot of people that aren't in this space yet, but know that they need to be in this space, entrepreneurs in the arts, and just people who want to have fun, gamers. They're I know because that's what I did before coming in. They're looking for real data that compares the different metaverses and what are the pluses of this one, because you can't buy land everywhere. You got it. At some point you got to just start somewhere. So people need to know what are the benefits here, what are the benefits here, and I think I want to make sure that we can help tell that story.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's like I've been thinking about this a lot, actually, looking at the galleries and the builds that have come out. Again, like, we're like just getting into our 8th month of being open, right? Which is sort of messed up. But it's going to get to a point where, like, what do things look like 4 years from now, right? Like, we're going to go through another crypto cycle. We will have been working the entire time, figuring out new things and building new things and creating more abilities and more skills and more dynamic gamification and right? And 4 years from now, we're still going to be able to go over to Art Vending Machine and see what's happening, right? We'll be able to like get that real sense of place and history that I always get going to Cathedral 1.0. Like I get verklempt going out there because it's like that is where this began, right? And that's something that I hope that all of the other versions of the metaverse really dial into that persistence, because I think at least for this particular somewhat intelligent monkey, like that, it's really important to me. And I think like over time, that's only going to become a feeling that gets deeper and deeper.
Yeah,
I had a really interesting thought today, actually, because like I had to set everything up on the computer, and that meant I had to download Minecraft, and then I had to like go roll it back for one version. And I was looking through like all of the versions that were there, and like you can go back to the beginning of time of Minecraft. Like you can pull up the first ever version of Minecraft if you want, and you can play it. And it got me thinking about like Uplift, right? Because we had always said like, one of the early things was like, what if Minecraft disappears? What happens, right? Like we have these NFTs, and our response was, well, yeah, you own that, and it's a metaverse, and we're using Minecraft as the layer to play right now, but it doesn't always have to be that way. It can be on some of the platform. And I was just thinking like this weird flash of thought came into my mind. It's like, you're in a 3D world, you're standing in the middle of something that you built, and you just decide to, step out of the vortex and roll it back and look at the very first version ever on Uplift. And you're back in Minecraft, right? Yeah. Like you have the potential to port through all of these ecosystems of the metaverse, in that 100 or 200 or 500 year plan. It's going, onward and upward and forward. Like we always say, this isn't a game, and it's not a game for the simple reason that it's so much more than a game. We're playing in Minecraft right now, but it's the base layer for what we're building that could very well change and will very well change through the time, right?
Yeah, that's so true. That's very true. It's like I said, I think previously, it's the internet in how it relates to the arts. The internet started as an art catalog. Then with eBay, it became an art marketplace. And then with NFTs, it became an art vending machine. And with metaverses, it became an art party where you can do all that plus all this interactive fun engagement. So and who knows what's next.
Yeah, for real. All right, good talk. I have to go to my next meeting now. But
yeah, fair enough.
Maybe I'll hang out with you guys. Sorry, I had to dip. I actually got called into the Legend leadership meeting to talk to them about some crap. Anyway,
we still got to talk about a bunch of things. Let me know. You go MIA on me for a week or two, but
no,
I'm here whenever you're ready.
Hit me up. Look, I have some time later on today. Just like fire something at me in Telegram and just
pencil me in, homie.
Yeah, I think we're going to sign off for the day, but we'll be back tomorrow at not our regular time. Again, well, actually at our regular time, but tomorrow's going to be fun. Over on the Crypto Writer channel, Austin Linney is debuting his first show, and his guests are going to be Corey and myself. So we're going to be over there doing the debut. That's going to wrap up in an hour, and then we're going to bring Austin and I think General Moses over to our channel. And we're going to do the second half for Media Moguls. So definitely check that out because I think that'll be fun.
What time is that tomorrow? What
8 a.m. Eastern. And then we have our show on our channel at 9 a.m. Eastern. So I'll definitely put out some tweets. Follow it. Come for both parts if you can, one or the other if you can't. And then on Thursday, we're going to have another exciting roundtable over on the Crypto Writer channel as well. This week, I believe we're going to be looking into Uplift Loop in Genesis and the galleries that they're building and all the cool stuff that they're doing over there. So it's an action-packed Uplift week. Thanks for joining us all again, and we will see you guys tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, if not before, on some other channel.
Boom.
Thanks, folks.
Woohoo!
Bye.
See you guys.
Jimmy, you get to do the job.
I already did. You're late.
Damn it, I wasn't looking.
Okay.